Good morning. Welcome to the first ever Heart Cross Country Media Days. I'm your host, Derek Johnson, KLWN Radio in Lawrence, Kansas. And we have the Benedictine College Ravens with us. We've got first-year head coach in Jacob Keneally, as well as Phil Joseph and Natasha Ortiz. Coach, how's it going today? Obviously, you were just hired a few days ago to serve your alma mater as the head coach for cross country and track and field. What have these last few days kind of been like for you?
They've been they've been a little bit of a transition, but I mean, when I was a student here, an athlete here, it was kind of my dream to be a head coach here one day, and it just happened a little bit more quickly than I expected. But I'm happy to be here. I've inherited an awesome team, and they kind of have the system down. We're not going to change anything major. You know, they know what to do. They've been doing it for years, and we're just keep them doing what they're doing. So. For the most part, it's been smooth.
When you were an athlete back with the Ravens, did you know that you eventually wanted to get into coaching?
I did. I played with the idea quite a bit, but I ended up getting a degree in accounting and using that for a while. And then I coached at a high school for a while. And then I actually went to seminary. I was kind of thinking about Catholic priesthood, but you know, I was always kind of drawn back to coaching. And when the opportunity, after I left seminary, when the opportunity came up to be an assistant coach here, I snatched it up real fast because it's like, yeah, I've always thought about it, never had the opportunity to do it. And so, yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Natasha, take us through your background. What got you into competitive running and where are you from?
Yeah, so I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I've been competitive running for about I would say since my sophomore year of high school is when I really got into it. And yeah, I mean, so far it's been an amazing journey. And I honestly didn't think I would do it in college, but after my senior year, I started getting some coaches that reached out to me and it took me from there. And I'm honestly astonished of how far I've come since then. So
when you first came to Benedictine, did it feel a lot easier to run after you got away from the altitude in Albuquerque?
Yeah, my freshman year actually, yeah, it definitely hit me coming from 6,000 feet all the way down to like 800. I felt like I was on cloud nine, honestly. I mean, I could breathe so easily and it was very weird for me, but it was really awesome.
Phil, what about you? Where are you from and what along your journey brought you to Benedictine and starting your running career?
Yeah, I mean, I started running back when I was in sixth grade. My mom signed me up for the cross country team. I don't think I was the happiest runner on the team at the time. Definitely wasn't my favorite thing to do, but just as the years kept going and kept rolling, started to actually fall in love with the sport. And just one thing led to another and was able to run in college. Just I knew a lot of family members who came here and was able to come to Benedictine and very happy to be running. I'm also from Denver, Colorado, which is like a big running location. A lot of people like to run there. So it's like a cultural thing, maybe not cultural, but just something that people like to do for fun out there, and ended up just becoming a college thing for me. So yeah.
And you had the same thing with the altitude as well. Coach, why did you bring these two players with you? I mean, obviously you haven't been in the program too long, just getting hired a couple days ago, but what about both Phil and Natasha made you want to bring them with you today?
Yeah, they're both strong leaders on the team. Natasha, she led the race this past weekend and was athlete of the week or runner of the week. And Phil, he's one of our top guys too, usually in our top 7, and just a strong rock. You know, like guys look to him for leadership, and the same goes for Natasha. They just kind of set the standard and they know what's expected, and people kind of can look up to them, and so they're just strong leaders.
Well, Natasha, you won that first Heart Women's Cross Country Runner of the Week award for 2023, as your coach mentioned there. What did that honor feel like? Was it kind of vindication for the offseason of hard work you put in?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I was pretty surprised getting it. I think it was actually my first time getting that award. So I felt very honored and definitely, obviously, putting a little bit of pressure on me for the rest of the season, but I'm excited and I'm prepared for what's ahead. So
do you have a favorite memory or moment so far from your collegiate running career?
Oh man, that's a tough one. I think there's been a lot. I would honestly have to say, favorite memory so far, I think making indoor nationals for track last year was really great. That was a great experience, being that was also my first time just running in a big race like that for indoor track. That was really awesome. So I think that would be one of my favorite memories so far.
Phil, take me through what it's like to compete in the heart against some of these other teams where there's high level competition.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a lot of really good teams out there, and we got to put in that work over the summer, and I think we did that pretty well. I think our first meet really showed that and really revealed a lot of the base that we put in over the summer, and a lot of those summer miles come into fruition, and we're seeing that actually show. But there's a lot of good teams in the heart. We can't take anyone for granted. The cool thing about cross country is that there's always zeros on the clock when the race starts, and it's really anybody's race. And when you're racing in November, you never know what's going to happen. You could have really bad weather like last year in a super muddy course, super windy. We're in the Midwest. There's just a lot of things that you can't see coming, and everybody's got a different strength. Everybody's got a different weakness. And so you just got to work on your strengths and your weaknesses too. And yeah, it's a competitive conference, and we got to take it seriously. And we know what we want to do this season, and we just got to look at our goals and stick to them.
What about a favorite memory or moment for you over the course of your collegiate running career?
Oh man, I gotta go with qualifying at Drake Relays last year in 4x8. We wanted to go in there at least hitting the A standard, and we ended up going in there and breaking a school record. Every guy ran their fastest leg ever, and I remember running my leg. And the Drake Relays is a pretty big meet. You're in a pretty big stadium, and like going through the second lap of the 800 down the backstretch, I was like, wait, I'm at the Drake Relays right now, and I didn't even it hadn't even processed at the time. So that's definitely been my favorite track / cross country memory for my 3 years here.
Natasha, your team has won 3 straight Hart Women's Cross Country Championships. What does that mean to be that part of a successful program? And I don't know, how does that change kind of your preparation into a season with such a high bar?
Well, I mean, it's definitely awesome being part of a program like that. And I think going forward, I think just the best part is just being a part of a group of women that's just so dedicated to the sport and willing to work hard and pursue that goal. Having that same mindset is really, really awesome. So I'm super excited to see what the season brings.
Well, Coach, Natasha, Phil, thank you guys so much for spending some time today, and good luck on the season.
Thanks.
Thank
Thank you.
Appreciate it.